is a secret right on the title screen that you have missed thousands of times. And there's a massive mob hidden in the code that stands 12 blocks tall. Mojang hides things in the game. Sometimes they are developer jokes. Sometimes they are completely broken mechanics. And sometimes they are just weird. Here are 29 secrets Mojang doesn't want you to know. You have loaded this game more times than you can count. You see the logo, you click single player, and you play. But there is a statistical probability that you're completely blind. Deep within the game's splash text code, there is a hidden variable. There is exactly 0.01% chance, that is 1 in 10,000, that the title screen will not say Minecraft. It will actually read Minecraft. The C and E are swapped. It is so subtle that your brain usually autocorrects it. You've probably seen it 3 or 4 times in your life and just scroll past it like an NPC. And if you think that's rare, the crash logs are even ruder. If your game crashes, the log has a chance to say, you should try your sister game, Minecraft. It's Mojang's way of trolling you for breaking their game. We all know about the killer rabbit of Carbonade from Monty Python. Most games just make a reference to it in dialogue, but Mojang actually coded a furry little serial killer. This isn't a texture pack. This is the Killer Bunny, and it exists in the Java Edition files right now. Unlike normal rabbits that run away when you sprint at them, this thing has the AI of a Terminator. It moves faster than normal rabbits, deals a massive 6 full hearts of damage on hard mode, and it locks onto you from 16 blocks away. It was originally intended to spawn naturally, but the developers realized a buddy that can two-shot a player in full iron armor was a bit too much for a kid's game. Now, it sits in the code, waiting for you to summon it with the command /summon rabbit, 3 tildes, open brace, rabbit type, semicolon, 99, and close brace. Speaking of forbidden mobs, the Killer Bunny isn't alone. There's an entire member of the Elliger family that Mojang refuses to release, even though he works perfectly. Meet the Illusioner. He isn't like the Evoker or Vindicator. He carries a bow, but he doesn't just shoot you, he plays mind games. When you fight him, he casts a mirror image spell, creating 4 fake duplicates of himself while turning his real body invisible. It's like fighting a ninja. The clones look real, but arrows pass right through them. You have to guess where the invisible real Illusioner is, hiding based on the particles. It is the coolest mini-boss they have ever made, yet he has no spawn egg and never appears in raids. Mojang literally made a masterpiece and then threw it in the trash. Spectator mode is usually used for finding caves or spying on your friends who are building dirt huts, but Mojang added a hidden feature to it that it changes your entire perspective. If you left click on a mob while in Spectator mode, you don't just possess them, you actually see through their eyes. And turns out, mobs have terrible eyesight. Creepers see everything in a pixelated, green-tinted mess. Oh, this is a bit weird. Endermen see the world in inverted colors, which explains why they are so angry. The world looks terrible to them. And spiders, well, they have a compound eye shader that splits your screen into 5 different panels. It makes the game unplayable, but it's a fun way to get a headache. I'm already starting to feel uneasy. When you look at an Enderman, they make that terrifying, distorted screaming noise. You probably think it's just some sort of alien language, but it isn't. It's English. It sounds like gibberish, but the sound team at Mojang took recordings of people saying simple phrases, reversed them, and pitched them down. If you reverse the audio file, you can clearly hear them saying, hello, what's up? So, when an Enderman is screaming at you while chasing you down, he's technically just trying to have a conversation. In reverse, he's not a monster, he's just a socially awkward tourist who doesn't speak the language. Since we are exposing the sound design, we have to talk about the ghast. That high-pitched, nightmare-inducing scream isn't a synthesizer, and it isn't a baby. It is actually a recording of the sound designer C418's cat. Legend has it that the cat was sleeping in the studio and suddenly woke up with a weird, high-pitched yell. C418 recorded it, distorted it slightly, and put it into the nether. So every time you are dodging fireballs and panicking in the Soul Sand Valley, just remember, you are technically fighting a sleepy cat. Okay, enough about abusing cats, let's talk about something big, like really big. We have zombies, we have husks, and we have the drown, but Mojang hid the father of them all deep in the code. Meet the Giant. This isn't a mod. This is a fully rendered mob that has existed in the game file since the classic era. It stands nearly 12 blocks tall and has 100 health points, although it looks like a zombie, but it isn't the undead. So why isn't it in the game? Because it's useless. Notch wanted this to be a boss fight, but they realized a 12-foot zombie can't walk through trees, can't enter caves, and basically gets stuck on everything. Instead of fixing it, they just lobotomized it. Now it exists as a brainless statue in the command syntax, proving that sometimes bigger is not better. In the 1.20 up, Mojang added armor trims so you can look cool, but they made one specific trim so rare it's basically a myth. This is the Silence trim. It is the ultimate flex because it covers almost the entire armor piece. It lets you make netherite armor look like it's made of solid gold. But getting it is a joke. It only has a 1.2% chance to spawn in chests inside the ancient city. You have to sneak past the warden, the scariest mob in the game, open a chest, and pray to the RNG gods. If you see someone wearing this on the server, respect them. They went through hell for that fashion state. Mojang secretly gave grinders a new holy grail to find. This is a classic secret, but if you are new to the game, it looks like a glitch. The developers added a specific Easter egg regarding their own usernames. If you use a name tag to name any mob, Dinnerbone, or Grum, the game engine flips the model upside down. It works on everything: horses, creepers, villagers, even the weather boss. I should try naming the horse using my own username. Maybe it will turn to gold, or whatever your theme is about. Well, that was disappointing. Unless your username is jab_. This completes the naming trinity. We have the party trick. The lead developer, Jeb, wanted his own signature in the game. Naming a sheep Jeb_ turns its wool into a seamless RGB cycle. It fades through every dye color in the game. However, there is a catch that most people forget. The wool it drops is in a rainbow. If you shear it, it drops the original color of the sheep. It is purely a visual hallucination. You can't craft a rainbow bed, no matter how hard you try. These name tags might be common now, but their backstory remains a secret of Mojang that not many people know about. There is another specific name secret, but this one is less funny and more wholesome. If you name a rabbit Toast, it changes its skin. This specific black and white pattern does not exist in the wild. It was added to the game after a player reached out to Mojang because his girlfriend's real-life rabbit, named Toast, had gone missing. To immortalize the pet, the developers added this secret skin into the code. It's a small detail, but it shows that Mojang actually listened to the community sometimes. Axolotls are cute, everyone loves them, but there's one specific axolotl that is statistically a ghost, the blue axolotl. You cannot find this mob in the wild. No matter how many lush caves you explore, you will never see one spawn naturally. The only way to get one is through breeding, but the odds are brutal. When you breed two axolotls, there is a 1 in 1,200 chance that the baby will mutate into the blue variant. To put that into perspective, you're more likely to find a shiny Pokemon than to get this thing. It is the ultimate test of do you have a life? Pandas have a similar secret, but it's actually smarter than the axolotl one. Mojang programmed a dominant and recessive gene system just for pandas. The brown panda is the rarest natural spawn in the jungle, but it's not just random RNG. For a baby panda to be brown, both parents must carry the hidden brown gene tag in their NBT data. If you are running a zoo in Minecraft, the brown panda is your crown jewel. It implies you understand genetics, or you just got really lucky. Just don't fall in a cage with an angry brown panda. Well, that's it for me. Mojang added a food item that is so ridiculously hard to craft. I guarantee you have never made it in survival mode. The rabbit stew. To make one bowl of stew, you need a wooden bowl, a carrot, a baked potato, a mushroom, and a cooked rabbit. That is 5 separate items from different biomes. You have to farm potatoes, hunt rabbits, find mushrooms, and craft bowls. And what do you get? A decent meal that doesn't stack. The inventory management is a nightmare. It is mathematically the most expensive meal in the game code. Why would you make this when golden carrots exist? Garbage. Absolute garbage. But you know what isn't garbage? Flowers. While rabbit stew is a waste of time, suspicious stew is actually broken. Most people think suspicious stew is just for getting poisoned or blinded for a prank. But if you know the secret flower recipe, it becomes the best food in the game. If you craft a suspicious stew using a blue orchid or a dandelion, the stew gives you the saturation effect. This is an effect you usually can't get. Saturation doesn't just fill your hunger bar, it fills your hidden saturation bar instantly. You can go from half a heart to full health in seconds, faster than a golden apple. It is the best emergency food in the game, and it's made from a dandelion. And if you want to feed your brain with more secrets, there is a very nutritious button down below. Click subscribe. It has more saturation than the stew. Axolotls are not just cute faces, they are tactical geniuses. Mojang gave them a unique survival mechanic that no other mob has. When an axolotl takes damage underwater, it has a 32% chance to play dead. It stops moving and tilts to the side. The genius part is that the hostile mobs, like drowned or guardians, actually fall for it. They ignore the axolotl, thinking it is already dead. While playing dead, the axolotl gets regeneration 1, heals itself silently, and then swims back into the fight. It's basically the call an ambulance, but not for me, meme in Minecraft form. Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me! If you're exploring during a thunderstorm and you see a lone horse standing in a field, run away. It is a trap laid by the game itself. This is called a skeleton trap horse. It looks like a normal horse, but as soon as you get close, lightning strikes it, even if it has a roof over it. Instantly, the horse splits into 4 skeleton horsemen. They are riding skeleton horses, they are wearing enchanted iron helmets, and they have enchanted bows. It is basically a Trojan horse designed to end your hardcore world. We all know you can mount the Ender Dragon head on your wall as a trophy, but unlike other mob heads, the dragon head is actually a machine. If you power the block the head is attached to with a redstone signal, the jaw starts moving. It opens and closes repeatedly. You can use this to make talking animatronics or just a very creepy doorbell. Imagine walking up to your friend's base and the doorbell tries to bite you. You think villagers just stand around making sounds and ripping you off? They're actually talking about you behind your back. Mojang implemented a hidden mechanic called gossip. When villagers meet, they share data about players. If you had a villager, they tell their friends. They spread major negative gossip. This is why iron golems sometimes spawn and attack you instantly, even if you haven't done anything recently. The villagers literally canceled you on their social network. It is an invisible reputation system that remembers your crimes. Have you ever noticed that if you stay in one area for a long time, the game gets harder? That isn't your imagination. It is a hidden variable called regional difficulty. The game tracks how long you have spent in a specific chunk. As the day passes, the local difficulty number rises. A higher number changes the RNG of the game. Zombies are more likely to spawn with enchanted armor. Slimes spawn more frequently. Spiders have a chance to spawn with status effects like invisibility. The game literally punished you for not going outside and touching grass. May that even be in the game. Just go out and explore the beautiful Minecraft world. Or I should just stay indoors. When Mojang added copper, they added the lightning rod to protect your wooden builds. But I see so many players putting 50 rods on one roof because they are paranoid. Relax. A single copper lightning rod diverts all lightning strikes within a 128 block radius in Java Edition. That is a massive area. You don't need a rod on every house. You just need one rod on a tall tower in the center of your village. Mojang made it powerful so you wouldn't have to ruin your build with copper stakes everywhere. Piglins are greedy cowards. You can distract them with gold, and they will run away if they are scared. But the piglin brute is built different. The brute does not care about gold. If you drop a gold ingot, a normal piglin will stop attacking to pick it up. A brute will rock right over the gold to hit you with an axe. They also do not fear soulfire or zombified piglins. Their AI has the retreat option disabled. Once they lock onto you, they will chase you until one of you dies. You cannot barter with them, and you cannot reason with them. They just want violence. They don't even take enchanted golden axes. Seems they don't ignore enchanted golden axes. If you're fighting a raid, you usually worry about the Vindicators killing your villagers, but you should be worrying about your food supply. Ravagers have a griefing tag enabled in their behavior file. This allows them to destroy leaves and crops just by walking into them. It isn't an attack, they just crush vegetation with their weight. If a Ravager spawns inside your farm walls, it can delete your entire wheat harvest in seconds. It acts like a living lawnmower. Parrots are one of the cutest pets, but they are also a tactical utility. Most players think they're mimicries just for fun, but it is actually a radar system. Parrots are coded to imitate the idle sounds of hostile mobs within a 20 block radius. If you hear your parrot hiss, it isn't broken. It is telling you that there is a creeper nearby that you haven't seen yet. They will groan like zombies or rattle like spiders before the mobs are even on your screen. If you're mining in a deep cave, a parrot is better than a shield because it warns you before the fight even starts. Look at him dancing. It's so cute and harmless. Now, let's look at the exact opposite. If you bring a hoglin from the nether to the overworld, it zombifies into a zoglin, and zoglins are arguably the angriest mob in the game. Zoglins have the most aggressive AI targeting list in history. Most mobs only attack players or villagers. Zoglins attack everything. They will fight zombies, skeletons, spiders, cows, and even armor stands. The only things they won't attack are creepers, because Mojang didn't want them blowing up the world, gas, and other zoglins. They are uncontrollable rage monsters designed to cause chaos. Creepers seem unstoppable. They blow up your walls, your chests, and your patience. But they have one crippling phobia: cats. Mojang coded a specific avoidance radius for creepers. If a cat or ocelot is within 6 blocks, the creeper's AI overrides his attack command and forces it to run away. It doesn't matter how explosive the creeper is. If a cat walks by, it flees. This makes cats the single most effective security system for your base. Placing a ring of sitting cats around your house creates a literal force field against explosions. Similarly, the Nether has its own version of this sphere mechanic. Piglins are terrified of soul fire. If you place soul torches, soul lanterns, or campfires, piglins will refuse to walk near them. They treat the blue fire like a wall. You can use this to your advantage. If you're looting a bastion, just place a soul lantern on the floor. The piglins will back off, giving you space to loot the chest without getting swarmed. It is an invisible keep out sign. But be careful of the brutes. They don't care a tiny bit about the soul torch and fear nothing. You probably know that foxes are shy and run away from players, but there is a hidden mechanic that turns them into loyal guard dogs. You cannot tame a wild fox, but if you breed 2 wild foxes with sweet berries, the baby they will produce will be born with the trusted tag. This baby fox will not run away from you, but more importantly, it will defend you. If a mob attacks you, the trusted fox will launch itself at the enemy to protect you. If you give it a diamond sword, you can effectively have a furry orange bodyguard that follows you around. Finally, we have the creepiest secret in the game files. We all know Disc 11. It's that broken, static-filled record that nobody listens to because it sounds like a horror movie. But the secret isn't in the audio, it's in the visual. If you take the raw audio file of Disc 11 and run it through a spectrogram, a tool that visualizes sound waves, it creates an image. The sound waves actually form the shape of a creeper's face, and next to the face, there are numbers. 12418. This is C418's signature encoded into the static. 12 in the hexadecimal is C. Mojang literally hid a painting inside of sound file, waiting for tech-savvy players to decode it. It is the ultimate Easter egg that proves nothing in this game is accidental. Those were 29 secrets Mojang hid deep in the code. Some are useful, some are useless, and some are just plain weird. Go test them out in your world and see if you can find the Minecraft title screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.